Right. We're back. Okay. Oops. Alright. Let's welcome to the stream for today. Today is going to be a all right, so that. Oh. No, actually, a while back, I think this was in February, on like the 15th or so, I went to the dentist. I was thinking about getting braces. They said I didn't need it, but if I were to get, like, if I was going to get, like, if they allowed, like, if they agreed to give, if I got the braces, the color I would have gone for would have been either silver or pink. I know red is nice, yeah, but silver or pink this time would be. What am I saying? All right, well, today we're gonna continue with the piano stuff that I was making. End of today. With exporting the keys. Or should I work on the piano keys a bit more? I feel like, I don't know, more than a modeling stream, like a GameDev stream. I feel I should just spend a bit of time. This is good enough. I don't know. I just want to, because I almost had a headache, and I wasn't gonna stream for too long, but it's gone. So today, making the piano keys as realistic as possible. Maybe I should have just downloaded like some piano keys. I don't know, maybe I should have. Taken the time and painstakingly modeled. Obviously, someone must have. But Let's see. No hate to you, brother, but this is kind of falls short of what I'm looking for. So 140 plus 1 millimeter for the width, and 19 centimeters for the depth. That's pretty close to what I thought. I've got 145 for the depth and yeah, 22 millimeters. This was not built for close-up. Alright, let's take a look at this one. 566,000. Alright, so they don't have... Oh. I feel like this was probably done... Oh, would you look at that? If I was kind of like in a hurry or something, I probably could have just downloaded one of these and used them. Oh, this is pretty detailed. I mean, not like, but like in terms of, you know, not detailed, but kind of like the under was also. So what's this? Touches. Hammond. Oh, touches. That touches it to shake. And then they've got like the regular keyboard. Oh yeah, this is pretty spot on. Oh yeah, this is pretty much how it is. Okay. So we won't be downloading any piano keys today. I don't think there's anyone here that would match what I'm going for. Kind of messed around with my audio setup today as well, earlier today. So you may notice the music goes a little bit lower when I start talking, and it goes back up when I stop. And I don't know, just some other stuff in general to remove background noise. You guys have been looking at, said you guys, there's absolutely no one here right now. But anyway, I've been looking at this. I forgot to change the scene. So let's do piano key. Is because the key, I feel I don't know. Now thinking about it, the version I want to make, I keep thinking like it should animate, right? Like if you press the key, it should. Think of how like complex I want to make this piano. About stuff like this, but I do. Just it has to be centered somewhere. I'll also need like a now I have everything in a nice little folder. I can't put these in folders, so they just have to be out here. And I don't know what this is doing. Oh, hello. The one person who stopped by. Alright, so the Fortnite defaults, when you play them, they kind of just light up. And that's it. They just light up. I could do the same thing for this one, and then I wouldn't really have to. Oops. And then I wouldn't have to. You know, worry about pivots and whatnot. Just when played, it would light up a little bit. But you know, I can also make it. I can also animate the keys. And how I would do that, let's say something similar. I think I'm gonna put cursor here, and then boop. Should be on the same line. No, it's not on the same line. Okay, let's do it this way. The 3D cursor. Oops. X is this way. Alright, so just do like this. Then okay, so a real key has like a piano key. It has the pivot way back, like further back than, you know, it doesn't actually pivot from here. So I could put the cursor, then I click on this and rotate about X. It doesn't pivot from here like on a real piano. It more so pivots from, you know, kind of like there. So thankfully I could replicate this just by having having it in the prefab and having the actual key parented to some random thing. So I could use that for the animation. I can have the animation be more realistic. Or I could do what, you know, Epic's doing for their piano and just make it so that when you play the keys, it just lights up and, you know, changes color or something. So I am kind of, oh, yep, hello all compilations, making a piano because, you know, because yes, I'm making a piano to replace this one. So for now, I'm just thinking, I'm wondering what I would do for the, you know, activation reaction, like when you play the key. I don't know if I should go with just changing like the color, making it light up. Maybe, you know what, I could actually do two of those. Like I could have it be a toggle, no need to settle. And then I could also have it like play and animate. So kind of go down and up. But the thing is, if I were to do, I modeled these yesterday. This was in yesterday's stream. If I were to do the way Epic has it, where they have the key just change color, then kind of like this setup is fine, because you can see it's kind of similar to their setup. Like the model, the key is actually very thin. But if I wanted it to, you know, animate and play, then I would have to make the keys a little bit more realistic. Like an actual piano key, right? So that's what I'm wondering, if I should focus on that today, like focus on modeling the piano keys to be more, you know, piano-like. Piano key, maybe I'll do like singular piano key. And find a good one. Represents, so piano key, you know, even the black keys, right? How did we get, okay, even the black keys. Can I do this? Nope. Oh, I can just zoom in. Even the black keys that kind of have this kind of shape go into them, and I would have to model that. No biggie, really. But if I start doing that, then I would want to make it really perfect. And yeah, this is kind of, yeah, the keys on my piano look like this. So yeah, I'm pretty much just wondering if today is going to be a modeling stream day, or if it's going to just be me doing the, you know what, I don't know, I think I've come to a conclusion. I'm going to work on the functionality. Yeah, that's the conclusion I've come to. So, oh man, I've been thinking about so many things. So many things. Because I can have like a button, right? Object mode, yeah. So, let's smaller. So boop, and so I could have like a button in here. Let's do vertex. Center. Then let's do bevel vertex. Yes. Then 4, 8. Zero, then 0, 5, 0.25, and then another bevel. Make this 0.05, kind of. This one. Later normal. Okay, so I don't know why I went off making this up. But oh yeah, let's just add a, because I don't want to make a duplicate of it. Go into the original, select G, move. All right, so I could make like a button like this, right? That basically either like my setup, because what Fortnite has here is, because I don't just want to make a piano where I just basically change just the sound of the, I can't hear that either, where I basically just change, because the sound, think of it like a remaster, right? Where some people can go in and like take an old game and use some high quality textures and make it look nicer. I could remaster this, so same thing, but just put better sounds, like, you know, high quality piano sounds. I don't want it to just be that. I also want the piano to be a lot, like, have a qualitative upgrade over this one. So I want it to be able to do things you can't do with this one. And yeah, I know there's patchwork, but you know, it's not the same thing. So for example, having the ability to, well, I know I put left and right, but that would be a thing. So you could either have like one octave here and you can like switch. If you press this button, it would sort of like do an octave shift and move the sounds like down or up. And then I also want to have buttons that you can click, and these buttons would add new octaves. So if you click plus, buttons would appear on, just to make it make sense. So if I did a plus here, plus and minus, and you click plus, the question would be, should it always add to the right? I want people to be able to like add to the left too. Kind of. So you have a starter. And then you can add to the left or to the, you can add to the bottom or to the right. And I also, okay, no, the plus and minus would be for, scaling the piano. So yeah, I want people to be able to scale the piano like in game, because one thing you find out is that, let's say you're in here and you know you try to play, the closer you are to the piano, the more horizontal movement you need to do to, you know, hit all the keys, right? So most people then find themselves going back by like a lot. so that they can, you know, hit the keys without needing to do much this way. Do a lot of horizontal rotation. But if you could scale the piano, make it smaller, then I feel that would solve quite a lot of problems. So I also want to have a button to dynamically resize the piano as well. Yeah. Yep, exactly. I want to have a button that you can use to dynamically resize the button in addition to being able to add octaves to the left and to the right. So maybe not an octave shift. No, I feel like the octave shift would be nice. Right? Just like players, for example, it would be great if they can sort of like delete sections of the piano, right? So they can, and it may not seem obvious, but there is a very, why is this kind of stuck here? Oh, I'm gonna have to close this. And then when I close it, I'm gonna have to close UEFN so I can open. Well, better sooner than later. Second. I guess I should start. No. You need to think about these things kind of, right? So you don't start, and there's some things that are dependent on pre-planning. Like for example, if I wanted to make the piano scalable, then I would have to make sure from the very beginning that the piano is a child of the prefab. So I could scale, so I can add babies to it. Like I could add children, like, you know, other octaves as children to the child of the child. But then if I want to scale everything together, I would just scale the parent, right? So it's kind of like that. If you, that's what I'm trying to think of, all the things I want to possibly do so I can, you know, come up with a very good idea of how to start going about it. But I don't know. For now, I'm just going to leave the idea of, I definitely want to be able to add, like, press a button and add like octaves to the piano. So either add lower notes or add higher notes. I definitely want that feature. I've already thought about it, like how I would do it, since each piano would be like a repetition. Yeah. Then another question comes to mind is like the casing. I want the piano to have sort of like a casing. I even modeled this little one yesterday. So the casing will have to dynamically scale to sort of fit. Maybe I'd have like sections. So I could do like a 9 slice kind of. I mean, it's not scaling in all directions. Yeah, the problem isn't going to be I don't know. I'm thinking too much. Right now, if I scale this up like that, you can sort of see that the edge here kind of gets a little bit wider. So I can't just do a blanket scale that way. I would need to kind of like model it in 3 parts so that I think I can go ahead and sort of show this off a little bit here. Yeah, it's kind of like go off and do it on this slide. Tree. like let's see. Styling this right now. Choose one, but it is not. Why is that? There. So we should be able to do let's go this way. Oh, schmuck. Yeah, I should have modeled this properly yesterday, but I just did not. Yep, it's not connected at the back. What in the world did I do here? No, I need to use median point. Okay, so the problem is this one vertex here. Do I want to correct this to just show a little issue? No, I don't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this. Shift D. E. Move. This is going to be sort of like our cross section here. That's going to work. And then Control L. And then hide. And then get rid of this. Then take this and shrink it to the other side. Like this. And H, bring that back. Move this. Oops. Did I just hide it again? No way. Alright, so here's basically, and separate by selection. So here's basically what I was kind of going off about. So I would have like 3 pieces. So there would be like an edge piece, which let's do item scale on the X, do negative that. Oh snap, on the Y then. It's gonna be one of them. Scale, everything should be 1. Take this and that. Yep. So, oh, I was doing the dimensions. No way, bro. Alright, so scale. So yeah, this is essentially what I was talking about. I would have basically 3 pieces. There's going to be an edge piece, kind of like called a cap. And then there would be a centerpiece that scales, and the centerpiece would use world-aligned texture, a world-aligned material for, I mean, all of them would use a world-aligned material. But basically, when you add up a new section of the keys, I would move the end cap, either the left or the right, because if you add to the left of the scale, I would move, this one that way. I would move the end cap, and then I would move this. This would be sort of like math. Move the end cap a certain amount, well, the width of the key, of just the keys from C to B. And then I would move this piece to the center, scale it by 100%. And yeah, that would be the solution to dynamically scaling the keyboard casing if I went that route. All right, I've solved that in my head. Yeah, no, that's the solution. I think it's pretty standard. It's a pretty standard solution. All right, back to the decisions. What the world? Like some. So it's like a lighting problem? Yeah, it is a lighting problem. Okay. That's fine. Okay. I don't know if it isn't, but just gonna, I don't know. Sure, it would be nice if I had feedback, but it's all right. Let's just export these. Quick check for F and then so So this should be on face. By default is on normals only. Should be on face. Apply modifiers and so that was no textures. I feel like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1. Wait, I'm sure. Y X null 0. So it's essentially the same thing. I don't know why I so yeah, exporting to UEFN. These are the settings you want. If you want it to go with the textures in your material, then all you need to do is just change this from auto, the batch mode, to copy, and then this will be off by default as well. So you would just turn that on. This is it by default, it's like this. So copy, and then this will be off, and check that. But we are doing no textures. There aren't even textures on the material anyway. Right? Yeah. But if I was exporting this, I wouldn't want it to go with the textures because I already have that in the material in my project. Okay, so let's do this again. Oh. Put this in. So white keys, we have the black keys, and I have them named correctly, I believe. Yep. Oh. The collision. You know what? I'll have like two different sets. I'll have like key designs. So this would be one key design. And I just realized something. Does that even matter? If I export it like this, even though the origins are like here and there, it would actually use sort of like that as the origin. So I do need to position this properly before I export. Center of that. Because the origin matches for the pivot point. If I did this and then I did that. Ideally, this should be the same as this one. I think this is pretty much centered. Okay, let's do something. Shrink. Set this to snap to edges. There. So this edge. So now this plane is, plane is kind of, it matches perfectly. And then I would set the origin to the center of mass. Set it to be in the center. So now this is the center. Then I will move. Let's see. Move all the keys to kind of like match. Okay, so smart. Just need one side. All right, so now it's centered, and I can get rid of this guy. Okay, right, and now for the pivot, I feel, okay, so this is actually pretty smart. Well, kind of like a happy accident, but since the keys all basically go down and up only, it's actually okay for them to share the same origin, because it's only going to be, you know, obviously rotating against. It doesn't have to have individual origins. That's what I'm saying. And that also works. So now the question is where to pivot from, right? I guess that's a problem for another day. For today, let's just do, no, like the hide button and the move button are so close together. If I had a penny for every time I accidentally hid. I'm gonna do this. Oh my god, bro. That's serious. G. Okay. I think it's fine to pivot that way. All right, so now we are ready to export and begin. Object type mesh transform blah 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 blah. Right, there we go. Ay ay ay. Oh, I should have put that inside something. Yeah. Let's do, because I'm going to make two different styles, so I'm going to put this in Fortnite style. Yep. So put that there, export again. Okay, and let's do, just gonna go and delete the old ones that I had there. Okay, games. They're pretty light, so thank goodness for that. And let's do PPP. way. Did not make, I'm pretty sure I made a piano. Maybe it didn't. Wow. Alright. No matter. We'll do piano. Purple. Purple. And then... Did I? There's no way. Anyway. Piano. I really didn't. That's crazy. I thought I made a piano folder yesterday, but I guess I didn't. Alright, and then assets. Alright, so import. I think I'm gonna go with the same route I did for this, where I have like a keys. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go this route. So I'm gonna call it key styles, key designs. I'm gonna call it something. Key types. Or styles. Styles is fine. Then do basic. Let's go with that basic. And import. Games, piano, when it's down, boom, boom, boom. Meshes. I want to build collision, import collision, blah blah blah, fallback box. All right, so it will come in with nice box collisions. Yay. Okay, so just a little inspection. All right, so this is a white key. And it has simple collision. Nice. And block all project default is fine. Okay, so I'm gonna go through and just add, like, I'm gonna do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Just gonna add some materials to them. Enter. Okay, so we're gonna do, actually, let me just make like a, I'm gonna make a general material. All of them most likely would use general materials. Doesn't make sense for them to have like different materials in, you know, the specific ones. It does, but just gonna have some general materials for this. CLM underscore library and ebony for the black keys. And only difference. Oh wait, rip. I didn't notice. Kind of working here right now. This is white. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do that on this one, and then Control W, that, Control W, that, Control W, that, just like this. Then we go and select all the black notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Whew. All right, so let's begin. Let's do what's my idea? PF underscore set underscore basic, right? So the keys, regardless of if they're playing, you know, a low C, a high C, a 7, you know, C7, whatever, they all will be the same. So if I'm adding octaves, I would potentially just be duplicating all of these. So the key set would involve the bass and then the individual notes, which, by the way, all share the same origin, right? Benefits of that, where it's like this one, the origin is there, that one, the origin is there, but it's okay because, you know, playing is this way, and even if the origin of that one is there, it's still going to play the same way. Just want to remove these. Okay, so we're just going to put this in here. Oh wait, no, gotta build changes, gotta compile verse. Speaking of which, I love verse. Yay. Of course, gotta say it. Gotta give thanks for verse. Compile verse, and then put it in here now. Right. So by having it as all as a child of this prefab, I could just put this prefab like in a thing and spawn it. But the individual notes themselves are also going to have, you know, they're going to have a note. Let's do that now. So, okay. Piano note component. There'll be a piano component and there'll be a piano note. I feel like I'm evolving into just having this be sort of like my workflow, where the main thing, like the bigger container, has a, you know, its component, and then the child of it, which you can't see because the children get added when the game starts, but the children, they have a, so there's a tic-tac-toe component. I probably should do it on something that isn't a tic-tac-toe. So if I type in tick, there's a tic-tac-toe component, and then there's a tic-tac-toe slot component, right? For that one. What else have I done with this technique, so to speak? Let's do sliding. So there is a sliding tile puzzle component, which is sort of like the main one, and then there is a sliding tile component, which is just the single piece of, you know, when it gets divided into grids. So I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have a piano component, which would be which would handle like adding octaves and whatnot, and then I will have a piano note component, or should I make a piano key component? Key component is probably more appropriate. So a piano key component, which, yeah, nice. All right, so let's just make one. Piano key component. This will have information of what key it is, and it would also hold. It would also hold the audio. It'll just actually, everything has to be in a, you know. So okay. I'm just keep getting ideas as I'm talking. All right. So the basic setup here of the piano key component. I feel like it'll be better. Let's start off with that. Let's start off with that. I think I'm gonna have it match. They're all going to be flats, just so it's easier to like look at the name of the thing. Like when I refer to these keys, because if you're a musician you would know this, but if you're not, the name of the black key is dependent on the scale it is in, because essentially, well, the name of the black key in Western music is dependent on what key, because basically you need to have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and the letters shouldn't repeat. So this key, for example, is C sharp because it is, why am I giving a music lesson? It's C sharp because, you know, if you sharpen the C, which is that, to sharpen is to go up and to flatten is to go down. It's simple as that. So C sharp because you go up from C, but it's also D flat because you go down from D. So what determines if you call it C sharp or D flat is the key you're playing it in, basically. But that aside, if you're just looking at, when I'm just looking at the notes, a lot of people have sort of like preferences on what they would call the black key without any context of what scale it's in. Personally, I like to call this C sharp. I like to call this E flat. I don't call this D sharp. Some people do. That's just weird. It just sounds wrong. So I like to call this C sharp. I like to call this E flat. I like to call this F sharp. I like to call this A flat, and I like to call this B flat. Now the problem with me just going in and naming these how I normally would call them is the sharp. The sharp, because you can't have that. And I don't want to write like S or something. Now the flat, however, actually looks like a small letter B. So I just went ahead and, against what I would have loved to do, I went ahead and named all of them. I used the flat versions of the names. So I guess I'm going to do that too, which means there is no C flat. C flat is B. Flat. Let's just fill it in for me, please. I'm too lazy. Thank you. Ready? Go with that. B, G, and A. So A, B, D, G. Right? A, B, D, G. Okay. So we're gonna have this. Oh, I wonder if I could do this. I can. But let's not. We can have that. And then okay, let me see. If I can change the pitch of sound. Have some sounds, 1 second. Sound wave. Okay, so baguette cut. Let's see if we can change the pitch, because if we can, I can get away with not having to import like 88 audio files for the baguette cut. Control K, Control 0. Baguette cut. Sound component. So, seems like we can. I'll have to test this to make sure it actually does, but it looks like... Wait, oh, that's looking promising. Pitch base. I could probably even get away with just importing. I mean, you wouldn't, because it starts getting distorted if you really start forcing it. I'm thinking of doing really high quality note recordings. So if I just got one, like the bass note, and just shifted the pitch to make it, you know, sound correct, it would sound correct, like the correct pitch, but the quality of the sound would not be so good. So all right, well, let's kind of go on assuming that we are going to use that. So I'm going to have an octave editable. The default. Nice if I could listen. But I'm just going to assume that this is kind of like in the middle. See, there are a lot of piano maps, usually by in the Arab community. It's like piano party royale type stuff. Why is it not searching, bro? Okay, there we go. We just had to. Oh, they are not doing that great. No, did I not select it, bro? What? Piano. All right, we're gonna go in here and take a look. See, I'm gonna do. I should add. I'm gonna add my game audio so you guys can hear. Okay. What's the sources? Fortnite. So you can hear the game now. While that is going on, we will go back to add a few things. First, I think the pitch is more important to be first. Pitch of type pitch equals, should that have a default? I feel like it should default to C. Let's see what it looks like. Okay, so, oops, what is, no way, bro. I think it's, okay, I do know what it is. It's gonna be hard to go in, but let's keep pushing forward. Piano key. Oh, so if you don't put a default, it still defaults to C, and it still tells you that it needs a value. That is stupid. All right, we're gonna default everything to C then. How lazy are you? I'm this lazy. I will copy that and I'll paste that. It's actually easier for me. I'm not lazy in real life. I mean, I'm working hard, okay? but it's actually easier for me to copy and paste because I have like copy, Control C, and Control V on my mouse. So the mouse wheel, scroll wheel, if I shift it to the left, it would copy, and if I shift it to the right, it would paste. So copying and pasting stuff is literally just a little wiggle of my index finger. So, alright, bro. Okay, you know what? I have an idea. Gonna go get my phone, because I know it's like a routing thing. I know what it is. But I'm gonna go get my phone so I can get into the game. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Where's my mouse? So, just gonna forward. I have so many. I don't use Wi-Fi though, but I have quite a bunch. So I'm gonna try again. If it doesn't, because it's still on that one, then I'll disconnect the Ethernet and then connect and then go back. Okay, sheesh. Oops. Keep the mic close. Keep it very close. So close. I'm gonna join another Discord call because no one is joining this one. And I'm a little bit lonely. A tiny bit. Island Developer Cafe. Okay. Now let's go in the Island Jam room. Build together room. I'm not building together with no one. Alright. This is taking... It's only in the little circle. Okay. I'm just going to... It's gonna disconnect. I shouldn't say disconnected because I'm still connected, right? Alright, now I should be able to get in. I just hope this doesn't affect the stream quality because I... See? That particular Ethernet connection gives me a good stream and all that, but I can't load into Epic servers with it. I'm gonna switch back once I get into the game. It's gonna be fun actually to switch back. Innovative and new ideas and quiet designs. If you didn't make a brand new piano for your map, then I don't know if I'd call that innovative. But 1 second. Alright, let's see. I just kinda want to wait for it to show up so I can disconnect the Wi-Fi. I'll disconnect my phone. I don't think I plugged it in correctly. I did. Why is it not connecting? Give it time. Okay. Okay. Well, that is tough. But you know what? It's alright. Because I just happen to, you know, Okay. Alright, so okay. Well, you know, I'm not inspecting the map. I came to look at the pianos. There's gotta be a piano somewhere. That's definitely illegal. All right. $30 is. Oh wait, no, I think. Wait, what was the $30 for? Oh no, if I'm playing, then you can donate. I just donated to myself. Nice. All right. Let me look for an actual working piano place. Okay, buddy. Right. So. Yep. Oh wait, is this not the? Oh. Oh. Okay, so I've been in here before, and I know for a fact that this map previously was using, you know, this one, the default 491. So that's why I came in here, so I could hear that one. Better so shoot. Oh! Oh, wait. Oh, man, here we go away. There's so many places you could have gone to, but sure, come spend time with me. Alright, so this is finally on time. So this is nice and all, but of course it's lacking that touch response, you know. Alright. All right. Why? Do I need to pay to like get to it or something? Wait. Like that. Yeah, I just remembered. Okay, so I'm gonna go try and find one with the actual old piano in it. Great. Just realized I'm never getting this back. Why is it? It's not connecting. Okay, so tomorrow probably gonna go get the internet. Now. Let's see. Oops. Great. To go up, come down, paste it again. Definitely, I mean, literally see it in the picture. Okay. Let's gift one lucky subscriber something today. Locker snapshot. Okay, who will be the lucky? Yes. Did it? Okay, well. I mean, sure. Hello, chef. Chef, speak. No mic. I don't have permission to talk. Someone just joined the Discord call, by the way. Alright, good. But oh, I remember why I came in here. Oh no, you need to get the Epic Gamers role if you want to talk. So, go over to the top, the server name, and then click on that, and then click on linked roles and get the Epic Gamers role from there. Alright, so oh, okay, so this is actually middle C. I guess makes sense they did that. This is middle C and then that's so C0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 0, 1, 2. So the default is C3 and then C2. So C2, and then C3. All right, let's. The default octave would be. Because I'm not gonna have a full piano like with all 88 keys. I mean, I could. I said 0, 1, 2, 3. So octave is gonna be 3 for default. Okay. Right. I'm gonna have an internal response. Actually, this internal so it doesn't go other places. And then I will have like a response as well. So response. How you spell response, right? So, success. Call this or animated and glow. So I'm gonna have both of them. It would either be animated or it would glow for the play response. So it's gonna have pitch, it's gonna have a habitual octave, and then it's also going to have Epic Gamers. You need to get it. It's not like in. It's not in. But you know what? Let me show you. I think that's just the easiest way to do this. So share my screen. Actually, I'm streaming that, so I will share this one. Okay. Okay, so up here, link roles, and pickingers. And it'll automatically, when you do it, then just leave the call and join back, and you'll have speaking permissions. Okay. So. If I don't do that, that shouldn't prevent a problem here, right? Yeah. Initialization issues. Just want to make sure. Because once I make this ineditable, this where this needs a value, and you can't launch until you do set one. But if it's not, good. Okay. You do a thing where it checks. So I can have like a play notes function, play, a play function, I guess. And then in here, it's just one case statement that checks what this value is and plays. So that way, I don't have to set this. Oh dear. Okay, so I need to fix the stream. One second. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. It's really not connecting. I don't know, I think I might have to restart my... Okay. Have a little oops there. I'm just going to do a quick speed test. To restart my PC for the Ethernet to work again, or I actually need a new Ethernet cable. Oh, yeah, well, it is what it is. At least you dodged a bullet. Fiddle my hand in the back of the PC before I get the big shot. I don't do heaven knows what there. Yeah, this thing is definitely not going to connect. Oh, should I like fix the stream or go to sleep? What do I do? Could reduce the bitrate, but then I'm doing text stuff, so. Alright, let's so yeah, what I was thinking here, I'm just gonna go on with this. Be that. Note to play. Just gonna use one long name for now. Note to play is case. Right, so this is something I could do. Actually, maybe I should get in the notes so I can, because right now note to play is going to be a string. Well, a string, yeah. But if I have all of these as components, then it would be a sound component. So I'm going to start off by, yeah, I'm going to have this here. I'm going to start off by doing just this, and then I'm gonna go get some audio files for the notes. But this is a good start. All right. Oh, I closed my browser. I want to close this. So this up as a mini player. That there. Close this one. All right. Okay, so I actually have. I want to leak my documents, so I'm just going to do this off screen. But I actually have I have like a sound font file that I downloaded somewhere. Let me see. Maybe I'll just do like a simple recording off of MuseScore. Start off with that. MuseScore is now available, so update. Are we dead ass now? Alright, let's get the sounds from somewhere else. Switch over to sector. It's actually a lot easier with. I already have a sound file. For this. So I have a sound font with some pretty great like recording, some high quality sampling. I think I was sampled, not recorded. And then I'll need to get the notes as individual audio files, convert them to OGGs, and then import them. So really, I don't think there's any better on this. So what I'll do is I will do the work off screen. Holy moly. Hop to another call. Still nobody to talk to here. Maybe I can show this off in the meantime while I'm working on the sound stuff. Let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4. While I'm working on the sound stuff, I can show. Oh yeah, let's gift some lucky person something today. It's up there. I guess not. Rip. This is finished. Yay. Should I take a break from the piano? Because I need to. I feel like getting the piano sounds, like the note sounds, it's gonna take quite a lot of time. Not like a lot of time, but no. I wasn't gonna give up, but I was thinking maybe I would work on polishing this because I've got a busy day tomorrow. Oh, hello, welcome back, chef. And you do have the role now. Okay. Oh, damn. Yeah, welcome. So how did you log in then? Oh, push. It's about to steal your account. Pollutions, UEFN stuff. Busy with UEFN stuff. It's, you know, it's a busy week ahead. So, yeah. Work. Okay. Oh wait, should start again. Go. All right. I don't know if that happened. Why is that stream like? Why is your name changing colors? Oh, it's like okay. I think I know what it is. No, not you. Sorry, not you, chef. All right. I'm streaming, by the way, chef, but they can't hear you, so don't worry about that. Okay. So this was the thing. I think I showed this yesterday, didn't I? I did. I probably did. I know it's here, but if you click the wrong one, it opens up and then opens the correct one. So I need to, and then that's continue, and then this is exit. So stuff like that. Right now it's just restarting, kind of, both different parameters. What I want to do is make it so that I wasn't following along. Make it so that the thing, when you continue, it either goes to a new one right from there, or it just closes up on itself instead of restarting like that. And then I don't know if you can see currently, because of the way I'm doing this, where I pivot, I have like the pivot points. I spawn one in the middle and one here and one there. So when this is to swap, it would parent these two to the entity in the middle, and then it will just animate that entity turning around. But what that does is that it makes it look, well, it makes it look exactly like what it is. It's turning around on itself. So what I want to do is apply counter rotation to it, so it doesn't look like it's spinning about a point, but rather it's kind of like moving, if that makes any sense. So it doesn't look like, oh, these two are parented to each other and they're kind of like spinning around, but instead it looks like this one stays. So basically when this one moves over, it should keep the same rotation. So that's what I want to do for polishing. That's the first thing. And then of course the having it not restart when you continue, but having it continue naturally as well. Just now that's because the thing is pretty horrendous. And of course verse animation is thing dependent. Okay. Wait, I think I can get away with like what the world did I do here? That needs to be all the way over there. So it's kind of like an inverse thing. I've been doing this, well, I used to do it a lot, so you could say I am pretty good at doing this puzzle. That was not the move, that was not the move, this was the move. The lag is just throwing me off. It's subtle so you cannot see it, but it's there. Oh, I thought someone joined, but it appeared someone left instead. Let's put this back. So it's gonna go like this, then. It looked like I know what I was doing, but I had no idea. I mean, kind of a little bit. Right. Am I done with this? Oh yeah, it is open. No, man. Update for meta sounds is bro. So it has to update something. Okay, buddy. Okay. Bro, how many updates are there? Like, okay. It's been a while since I've opened this, but this is the answer to the notes problem. Because I doubt I'm going to get, like, you know, a consistent, like if I went off and downloaded, yeah, there's just no way. Maybe there is, and I'm not searching hard enough. Let's see. Maybe there is, and I'm just not searching hard enough. Download 88 notes. See what that's about. Okay. Okay, I guess. I mean, obviously, someone somewhere did. Someone somewhere did record a. I'm just saying, obviously, someone did, but let's see. The score has been updated. Finally. Oh. Then I'll have to go in and chop it down myself. No, thank you. You're not doing that. Oh, okay. Let me hear it. Let's. Tower of. I have never heard of that before, but Google exists, so that's it. Oh my god, no way. Wait. I didn't have an idea, but I do. I can't make this up now, can I? I didn't. Okay, that's cool. The Tower of Hanoi is cool to do for sure. It's pretty similar to something. I don't know if I put this in my sticky notes or if I send it to myself as like a I don't know if you've seen those ads for the game where it's like a sorting game. So it's I thought it was this when I saw the rods, but it's not this specifically. Like that one is color based and this one is size based, like right? With the only one disc can be moved and you can't put a large disc on a small one. Right. Wait a minute. It's a classical puzzle where different sizes. Objective is to move the entire stack to another rod. Oh, okay. So this is probably like a go there, put this back, put that there, go back, go there, put this. But this is similar to one that I was gonna do. I've had it on the wrong screen this whole time. I was gonna do sorting. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is what I was gonna do. So Yeah, this one. Not so bold. Yeah, let me see if I can get a better example. Something like this, where you start off with the, you start off with them. Yeah, you do give good ideas. All right, I'm going to add it to my list of things. Right. I'm gonna put it here. Tower. Unfortunately, there's a, there's a list that, like, like it. Gotta take it one step at a time. I was doing. This is what I was the thing with the cups shell game. The piano, though. Well, some recommendations can get put up at the top. Yeah. Just gonna write a couple of them. I don't know how I'm gonna do like most of these things, but I will be doing them. Oh, hello, Nas. Wait a second. What's going on? All right. So that's the list now. Yeah, let's give you a bump. Let's put the sorting screws on top, because the way I see it, they kind of will use the same mechanics, but the screw sorting would be color based, and this one would be size based. So, I mean, I guess I could have it sort. It would be easier to make this one first, and then use the setup for this one to make this one, than it would be to make this one and then use that to make this one, because this one has more stuff. So, but once I do this one, doing this one would be kind of like, just switching a few things around. All right. So we are going to. What the heck? What's this? I'm gonna go with the OG way I was planning to. Opens twice. Perfect. All right. So, what am I gonna do? been that long? It has. Okay. Open. Oh, Manny. There's not spend time with us. I do. I'm thinking it involves something render MIDI with the sound font. Render file. Windows search. I'm just gonna call it "This Stuff Sucks." Sound fonts. I know for a fact I have a fold. Oh, I do. Yeah. Okay. It's empty. Nice. Well, sheesh. Let's focus on this another way then. I'm gonna create a new score, and I could call this keyboards piano classical. See that? All instruments and piano. Order choir. Alright, then done. Oh, next. C major. That. Then just done. Okay, so gotta move this up. Let's see. So that is not 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's C8. It's not even C7. So C7, C8. Alright, so this is gonna be 4. Some stuff. Okay. C4. C4. Oh, I could just do that. Each selected part will be exported as a separate audio file. So I can getting some ideas, right? So then I can add a card. First of all, let's just make this. Oh, I wonder if I do. Nope. I've forgotten all the shortcuts, so let's do. There. No. That's too long. Do half of that. C4. Yeah. I think that's appropriate, right? Let me see what Epic has. Oh wait, you can't hear the thing because I don't have the. Alright, so. Oh, it's literally. Okay, so that's what they're doing then. It's the same length, so it's 120 BPM. Or a whole note at 60 BPM. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so I don't want to like put a single note, export as a file, put another single note, export as a file. That's gonna be stupid. So I'm thinking I should add, separate parts, and then I don't know how to do it. Oh, not that. 12, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So So this one is not very warm. It's a little bit too sharp, kind of. I want to make this in a way where I can come back and sort of like just change. If I have like better sound, I could just change and just export and get the same thing. So I don't have to. I'm streaming NOS. Streaming on YouTube. Yep. Other. Kind of don't want to have. I'm not a professional MuseScore user. But I don't have these extra measures. I should have just made it like one measure. What I can do is just delete everything. New. Let's do the piano. I don't want so many. I actually just need one measure alone. I think I need to do this in like the project settings. Is it? I guess not. Settings. Don't click here for all scaling unit inch. And that. I have to like. Okay, let's do piano. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we'll do next. Measures. There we go. Sheesh. Should have done this at the start. One measure. The tempo. Do that equals 120. Or that equals 60. So we just dropped one whole note. Time signature is C major. That's fine. Then this will be all notes. Right? All notes. Okay. There we go. So I can just go ahead and oops. This one. Oh, it's not. F and keep.
His next best thing is a drink. And yes, I very much need a drink.
Okay. So, oof, that's all of it, right? C, C sharp, D. E, D sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B. Okay. Let's save this computer. Components. Publish. Export. OGG audio. Then select that 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I? Maybe not here. Maybe like here? Oh dear. Don't. okay. Could sort of like use this nice later on to just export all of them. Let's see. Now, shouldn't I? Right, so D flat, then D, A flat, then A, I should probably like yeah, you know what, let's just kind of like start off for now. If this works, then I'll start preparing for the future by having them have proper names. F, G flat. Alright, let's kind of correct everything to sort of match. E flat, E, F, G flat, G flat. Alright, nice. And then A, then B flat. Okay, so save and let's test if this works. Brother, what? No. Don't tell me that. So I may have renamed it on the wrong part of where I was ever supposed to rename it on. You know what, let's do just C. Okay, you know what, let's just wing it, whatever. Just done that, and then others. Please. Oh dear. Came out like this because I just wasted my time. Probably should have done a few. This is how it came out. Still need to do some work on it even. Maybe not, because you can like restart on the playback. But like, I don't know if I wanted to really start at the very beginning of what the heck. Exactly at the beginning. Yeah, there's barely any. Hello, Meowders. Please don't just do it blindly. Okay, let's export it here. Oh, it was because I put the file name. Alright then. Let's not do that. Of course. It's not gonna. Okay, so the issue is that this is not, you know, it's, I think I'm complaining about like something that really doesn't matter. Yes, I could do this took a little longer than I would have liked, but let's kind of make progress. This one. Okay, so we've got. I have a naming. I have like a naming pattern. The sound files coming as. Oh, welcome back, Nods. The mic is pretty quiet. I'm making a piano. Scenegraph. It's effects. I'll just put them as they are. It's ready. Piano. Assets. Oh. Just put them here. So one. Yeah. Then shift F2, add prefix, also thanks underscore. Enter. Fine. So now I need a Metasource sound preset. Yeah. Alright, so this is the plan. but I just realized that this piano key component should be in here. Nice. I think also kind of gone that, but from here too, because yeah, just because it did. Oh, I can actually. Ha! This is new and this is nice. But here's what you could do. You're able to now select everything. I'm just gonna type in piano key component. Just add it to everything, right? So, just gonna go through and set this up real quick. I can make it sort of like match this. I think that would make more sense. So it's A flat, B. All right, let's do that. So first things first. These two kind of just go up. These two also kind of go up like that. 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 Does that. I think it's like this. So A flat, B flat, C, D, no, D flat, E flat, F, G, and then G flat. Okay. Just so it's easier, it's kind of like, you know. Ideally, I'm only going to do this once, really, like right now that I'm doing it. To save. Just now that I'm doing, because then this would kind of like get repeated around. But if I did need to replace stuff, then it would be a lot easier for me to just have it follow. I'm streaming on YouTube. Yeah. Yep. Streaming on the tube. I could actually have like a manager thing in here that goes through and kind of like sets them, but I don't know. Flat. All right. Whew, that was quite the hurdle. All right, so I've got that, and then make as much. I mean, I could go around and like add this to and add it to each stuff, but I don't think there's a need for that, especially when I could just have it, you know, in code. It's best to have as much as you can in code, and then it's just making the decision: do I add the component here, and then I could just simply get it and set the stuff, or do I do it in code? And it's easier to just do it in code. That way you don't have to worry about, you know, manually going through. I mean, I guess it's not a big deal. I could just go to here and just, you know, edit. But anyway, let's build real quick. Get that in. Close this. Ideally, you don't want to. I found that it's best to not have the prefab editor open while you are building verse code and whatnot, so things don't disconnect. Close this. I literally just. Oh no. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Okay, let's see. What have we got here as an option? Maybe I'll just have this be like this, and then I'll have this be initialize nodes. Initialize. So, then, so I'm not running this case statement every time you play, because I want to take off as much latency from you clicking to the note playing. So instead of having, you know, to do this and then playing this, I'm going to initialize, which means I'm gonna have it have a sound component, right? So sound comp type MSS. MS. Oh wait, no, wait. Let's just do sound component. Sound underscore component. Then we also need using dot assets. I'm not using this. I'm saying use it on this. Let's do that. I'm gonna do that. Okay. So what this lets me do is I can now, you know, get the one shot, and then the sound component is going to be the one shot. And the one shot, it doesn't have anything in its audio, in its sounds file. So when uninitialize, I would just do all of these actually should be this, which means this cannot be this. Okay. Let's just do that there. Okay. Pitch C. I'm thinking like in the future. Okay, no, let's test. We're gonna use this opportunity to test the pitch base and see if that will help. But for now, pitch C, we would do. Kind of get these to line up so it's easy to manage. This. Alright, so here, just get rid of all that. Set. think I can get away now. Since it's the one thing, it doesn't even need to be a variable. It could just be that equals. Is that it? That's wrong. I just know that's wrong. It needs to reference that. Then it would be entity. That's entity. But then I can't get it here yet. So then in the initialization I would have to do that. So let's go back to variable. So here I would do set sound comp, right? Why is it doing that? Equals this instance of this, and now I can do okay. So now I can initialize. It'll set this variable here to be an instance of the MSSP one shot, and the entity would be the self of wherever the piano component is on. Okay, and then we will set the pitch, right? So now we can do this too. So set sound underscore comp dot sounds equals what do we call it? SFX underscore piano underscore X piano underscore 1. Expect an array of that. All right, so here we're gonna go through and just do I did C D E. Oh man, I should have done A B C D. I should have done it to match like this. But right now, okay, no, actually no. I think it's a lot easier for me to remember that it's C. So 1 is C, and then 2 is like D flat. So let's just rearrange. It's right, it's kind of going up like this. No, isn't it? Yeah, D flat, then E flat, then G flat, E flat, and P flat. So this is how it's going up. So it's 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way, 6, 7, don't even trip, 8, 9, no, almost slip past 10, 11, 12. So that's kind of how I have it in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's gonna go up like that. So yeah, actually you can get rid of this totally. For now we're gonna go with this. I want to do something for the octave, but I would have to test. Let me just test this first. Set octave would have to use where 4 is 0. So for example, if I want to do with these, and these are kind of like steady. Right now this is C4, and this is just like C4 to B4. So 4 would be 0, and then if I want to shift the octave entirely down, I would need to set the I mean, I could do something like a octave shift. Or just kind of like write a little handle for it. This case octave. Octave where it's supposed to be exhaustive because it's not a score. What's that? And then of course this is not even going to be a number. So before it's going to be any. I could try to cast it to an int. Let's just get it 0. Actually, this is also going to be any now comparable. So let's just take this and drag and paste, and now it's a float. Okay, so octave 4 is going to be 0, and then that's the thing. I don't know what this pitch base shifts by. Pitch base. I would need to know like what exactly it's going up. So is it, you know, let's actually take a look and see. I'm actually getting a little bit of a headache. So, and I don't think I'm talking as loud as I used to because I'm getting tired. So sorry if I'm not very loud. Hey, no way. Oh, okay. Clamp default. Wait. Okay, so it's clamping to this. If I don't have that, then I can go freely. Go negative. So if this is pitch. Okay, I would really just need to listen to what it's doing. But if it's shifting like one good lord, was that a voice crack? No way. Whatever, I don't care. If it's shifting like one semitone per, unit value, then a pitch, like a whole octave would be that, I think. In which case I would have to do, oops. In which case I would, I'd have to set this to be like, let's just do 0, C minus 1, C minus 2. So this is kind of good. It's going to be what it's going to be. Let's do this for alignment, so I don't have to put like space instead. Just put this in here. All right, and then I'll do this, and then I will do multiplied by. Actually, I think about it. Finding out will be easier if I have a single pitch factor. Just add it here. I'll remove this later. Pitch factor. That's 12. Let's do it with silicon and 12. Okay, I'm really getting tired. And cuts off. So multiply by proof factor. I can't even speak. So space multiply bit factor. Alright. So octave shift, I would do this, and then I would do this. Not that. I'll do pitch base. Copy it. Pitch base. Okay. So this would set the pitch, and then this would handle the octave. But for now, it's going to be 0 times pitch, so it's not going to do anything really. Plus, I'm just going to set this to no. Let's just leave it at this for now. Okay. Yeah, so right now this should work in you know, setting the colors and on the in simulation. I'll do that. Oh, this will not do anything. Play with no, it won't be play. Alright, so next thing to do is to use cursor mode so I can get the hits. Right? So I'm just gonna copy this. That in here. Like that. And it should come on. It's not doing the save port. No, it's not. Oh, never mind. My bad, OG. So I should add that there. Okay, so when clicked, it should just play. So I'm gonna override. I'm not gonna like listen, do a subscribe. Instead, I would just the heck? No, I clicked on the wrong thing. So, customer listener, I will get my on because right now you can see this gets priority. If we're thinking by NOS, this gets priority. So instead of waiting, instead of like subscribing, because this is like this would give you the lowest latency. Okay, so I'm just gonna copy this, and then I'm gonna. I don't even need this to be honest. Paste that there. Then I'll override this. So when this thing is clicked, this function, well, you know, it will run. This is why we use interface. Don't need to play. And then I just need to play, right? So I'm just gonna do sound comp for now. I don't think, yeah, sound comp dot play. That's it. Yep. I wonder what happens if you call play while it's playing. It's gonna restart. Okay, so that's it. This is it. This is quite literally it. So I believe this should work. First try. The second I drop this in, I can just click and it would play, right? Like that. And then later on I would add, like in here, I would add like, you know, animate or whatever based on this stuff. But for now, let's just test that this works, which I mean, not helpful, but I'm pretty sure it will. Right? Oh my goodness, it wouldn't. Oh, holy moly. Thank goodness I caught that. I caught that. Oh yeah, that was... This isn't even on the entity. What? Damn. Rip. That would have been disastrous. That would have been embarrassing. God. Entities. Alright. Wait, no, add entity. Add components. What am I doing? I'm really sleepy now. Not sleepy, and that's what I hate, because I'm going to go to bed and I won't even fall asleep. Okay, so Now the sound component is going to be on the entity. Nice. Let's build again. And then I can drag out just this. Like this. There. Go here. Oh no. No. Absolutely not. All right, there we go. And let's make it a little bit bigger. So I think that's good enough. Thank you. Had your chance, buddy. You can go sit down at the back now. There. Okay. All right. So. That the collision is right. Please don't be facing the other way. Oh my god. I hate this because the collision wasn't like collision was built when porting, so let's see. Dialog. See, because I didn't have collision in the stuff, and because it was built in here. Reimport mesh with dialog. It's not going to reimport because it has. Okay, so this is what I need to do. This. Then go in, move, click, push W, move, push W, move. So no collisions, and I will import again. Now it will build the collisions correctly. Okay. All right. Oops. What the heck is that? What? I am so confused. When did that get named Arctic Base? Okay, buddy. Let's try that again. That is insane. It's lit. Wait a minute. Did I just discover like some hidden Easter egg? Meshes. Okay. Underscore A B. Oh! That is okay. Okay, wait a minute. ABB. Wow, look at that. What are you finding? Random. But if you have underscore AB and you drag it in, it. Why do I feel like this was some Epic employee who I don't even know why. Anyway, that is a thing that happens apparently. Arctic base. What if I don't do underscore AB? Kind of going off a little bit on a side quest here. Oh no, it comes in it is. All right, well, that's good to know. Okay, so moment of truth. Moment of truth. Gonna push changes, and this is my first attempt at the stuff. Let's see if it all works out. What? You're not serious. That's crazy, bro. I had a feel like I did mention this. I should have tested it then, but yeah. Because yeah, I should have tested it. This just it has to be something, but I can't. I need to have a. I want to do sound component. Can I even? Can't even do sound component, right? Kind of have an idea of what I'm gonna do, I guess. Rip. Yay, Scenegraph. This is essentially the same thing you need to do, and you can't because blah blah blah. So this is what I'm gonna do. I do this. Yeah, this is the only way. Equals false. That sound comp. do computes because I'm still gonna have to like do flipping. Okay, so I'm gonna do. Okay. Components. No. Oh my god. Okay. Same thing. Same thing. Oh. That. Can't because this cannot happen here. So I either take this out and put it here. Okay. I think that makes sense. You initialize and then you add the sound component, right? So. Sound comp to go in there. But this is shot. Let's just leave it as is. Honestly, I don't care at this point. All right, build. Yay. Now I can push. Let's just clear this. Okay. Maybe I'll make like a material which will have support for the note names. So while it's initializing the note, it would just automatically put the note names on there. And the beauty about all of this is I could just shrink it a little bit and I could put it on like the frame of a prop or whatever. And then it would be a playable piano. Like, it's one of those things where imagine you're walking around in a map and you see a piano and you just walk up to it, and like a full-blown piano, and you walk up to it and you just like look at the notes and click and it actually like plays. That would be sick. All right. Yes, I would. That's the answer to your question. I would absolutely. Okay. It either works or it doesn't. And of course it does. Oh wait, no, you can't hear it. Hold up. Oh wait, no, you can't hear it. I'm gonna turn down the music. Okay. And then I'm gonna stop talking. But all right, hold on. This needs to be fixed. Cursor mode. Cursor mode. Control K. Put this here first. Control K. Control 0. Editable fields. about to. I think it'll go under configuration. All right, so I've actually been thinking about this since well earlier today, and yeah, now is the time. Now is the time. Just gonna copy this one like this, and pop that here. Okay, call this use. How do they usually have it? They need to like try to put a button device or something. Trigger sound. No, I don't like that. That's kind of. Let's try a trigger device. Triggers effect. What else? Interact switch. Device. Just sound. I don't know. These names they don't sound so attractive. Like the. Why am I thinking about, bro? Hold up. Play audio. Play SFX. Play click SFX. Yeah. See that's better. Play click. Underscore SFX. And then that's gonna be logic. By default, I feel like things like this should be off by default, right? So, design step, inventory tip. That's 1, 2, 3. Is that what I'm doing? 1, 2, 3. Play SFX step. Let me see. Plays a click sound effect, increase attraction. No, what the heck? It does not. No, it does not. It does not. Let's just get rid of this. Alright, so I put this here. And then we're gonna do. Let's do it in the source. Methods. Handle click. Not here. Actually, let me see. Okay, so this will not be changeable. So I think it's fine to. I think it's fine. So I keep going far away from the mic. Sorry. I think it's fine to do like grab cursor entitlements. Add cursor to player, right? If not, da da da. So this is where I add the audio widget, which handles being able to play. So I will do. False, then this would fail. Alright, nice. Okay, so that little change should have helped, right? So now I should be able to go on in here and cursor mode, core configuration. configuration play Xbox can be disabled. I don't actually think I need to push all changes for that to work. See, like there's the beauty about Verse. Because I only like change the code, then I could just push first changes, and with this disabled, it wouldn't play the click audio. All right, welcome back. Welcome back. All right. I'm gonna change and test. Yeah, so no click sound, and then I'm gonna pause the music. Why is it so? I think it's this one. They keep changing the name of the settings. It's not music. It's gonna be this one. Hey, look at that. Wait. I'm gonna test. Click and then boom. Like, okay, wait, you can see when I click. Okay, so I think it's like the lag, but when I click, the gun fires on my screen. Because I'm pretty sure that's probably like that's deaf. Is it? I don't think it is. But the gun fires the second I click. But you can see the gun fires before the thing turns red. So that can give you an idea of latency. But the gun fires, then the thing turns red, and then that one happens. I'm gonna take off my headphones so I don't hear the feedback and I can play with the rhythm. So. I didn't hear it, but I hope it. I mean, I probably played well. All right, so, what are those artifacts? Oh no, it's the little footsteps. Oh, look at it. Hello, Benny. Welcome. So just close. Is it like a color shift? Like a color plus emission thing that it's doing. Hi, Manny. No. I'm talking to myself on my stream. There's nobody watching my stream. Yeah. But I'm making a piano. A piano. So it does start. It restarts when you play. Wait a minute. I think I can do this without listening to it. Because when I listen, I wait for the feedback and then I play the wrong rhythm. So I'm just going to take off my headphones. No, and then you would need more keys there. Okay, so that is a piano thing. I will make it. I would like work on it more and make it better, but that would be next weekend, probably, because I don't have time myself all week. So I will work on it and do the other things. But for now, the piano works. Let's do. Yeah, that's the start. Alright, so let's see what I'm gonna do next. Actually, let's write this down, because why not? See, place that here. You cannot! That is crazy. Alright, let's do it here then. Damn. Guess I should work on the response. That would be the next thing. Work on both types of response. Oops, did I put a mistake there? I did. There's an H. Alright, so work on both types of response. By response I mean this. So when you click on it, what's gonna happen? So like this one glows. So I'm gonna have that. I'm gonna have a glow response, and then I'm gonna have an animated response where the key presses down. I don't know if I should make like a realistic, because right now this one you can also stand on it. Like you can trigger it by getting on it. I can also make that kind of like work with this, where you can get on it and it'll play. So it's not just cursor based. And then I can make it so if you're standing on it, you can't like. Right now, as I'm standing on this, if someone else kind of like walks up to it, it's going to re-trigger. But I can make it so if it's animated, if the response is animated and you're standing on it, and someone else stands on it, then it won't go. So it only goes as much as you. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself here. But for now, I am pretty happy with the way this is. Unfortunately, you can't drag and hold because I don't have click and hold support for my cursor. I mean, that's the thing about the cursor. I made it so that if you want to have the ability to click and hold and drag, then you would have to implement that in the thing that you want the cursor to be able to click and hold and drag. So you would put the functionality of clicking and holding, in here somehow. Probably would need a master component. Well, I still will have a piano component, which manages, adding more stuff. But wait, before I go, I think I can test. The pitch shift thing. The pitch shifts. So I'm gonna do octave 3. That's 2. And if this just works out of the box, then, well, yay. I didn't change the octave in. I didn't change the octave. And this is another thing about like prefabs and Scenegraph. If you don't change a setting, then you can make changes to the bass, and it would, go through all of them. So as long as I didn't go in, let this just finish. This was called to be a troll. Yeah, so as long as can I close this down a little bit, please? Okay, nice. As long as I didn't go into the prefab or whatever, the key, and I didn't change the octave, if I make the changes here, it's going to apply to all of them. So now I can just, I guess I could just test by starting the game. Alright, let's see. Whoa. It did something. But I'm not sure if it's the correct pitch. Probably should have gone higher. Let's do, what was the default? Let's do 6. It definitely went lower though. Like for all of them. I love verse. I love pianos too. Alright, let's see. Oh wait, no, it hasn't even rip. Please don't crash. Just don't crash. So it is higher. But I want to see if this is the right pitch. It is. I don't know if you heard. I probably didn't hear that. Okay, hold up. Oh man, this is about to get horrendous quick. But I'm gonna turn off the noise removal. My fan is on. Maybe let me turn off the fan first. By the way, this is how I get like so I have like a bunch of settings here. I want to show this off because I'm pretty proud of it. Alright, so set my mic down so it's not picking up as much fan, because even my PC fans are kind of loud. And then I have this here, and this is sort of like the magic stuff. So I'm going to turn it off so that I can play the piano and you could hear the notes. So all right, I'm just going to duck this down here and listen, and I'm going to play on my piano. So wait, that's the C, same C. So yeah, that just, it's the same, it's the same. So yeah, I'm actually kind of glad that just worked out of the box. Okay. Rip. But yeah, that's good to know that this is in semitones. So probably if we're talking about like, I mean, having this hard coded down there would be good. Probably should just move it from there to there. No. What the hell did I just do? I thought this was a function. Move it from there to here. Alright, so this is where the stream is going to end for today. I did 3 hours and 35 minutes. Yay. Okay. I'm just going to close off things. Save. And yeah, thank you all for stopping by, and see you next weekend, because yay, so, yeah, next weekend I will be finishing this off and maybe getting started on, maybe finishing that off quickly and then getting started on Pollutions as suggestion, or maybe not. We'll see. Kind of waiting for it to hit a particular number on the minute on the timer. I'm just waffling at this point, and I'm actually really hot, so I'll turn on. Okay, well, that's it. Have a wonderful week, you guys, and yeah, if you don't have a wonderful week, Legos. All right, goodbye. I mean, not goodbye. See you later. You thought I was gone, but I'm not. I'm just joking. Okay, goodbye. Oh wait, so that was a little bit cringe. That didn't happen. Sadly, I can't cut it out, but yeah, okay. Goodbye for all this time.